Good evening. Welcome to the Bowls Theory of Everything. Today's video is called Mental Mastery in Indoor Bowls. Indoor bowls is a game of precision, patience and skill. But there's one element that often separates the good players from the truly great: the mind. Usually, I stand in front of you with a red bowl in my hand and I give a demonstration on the rink. And I believe you viewers like that. But today, I've got a different prop: my mind. Today, we're diving deep into how your mental game can make or break your performance on the green. I'll give you some practical tips and learn from some of the most mentally tough players in the sport. So, when you turn up on the rink, you need to be armed with not only a practiced, rock-solid technique, but a strong mind that enables you to bowl with confidence even under pressure. You can't really have one without the other. You can have all the technique, but if your mind is not strong, you'll fall apart when the pressure hits you, and vice versa. Personal experiences. Several viewers have asked me to do a video on the mental side of the game, indicating how important it is to them. For myself, I can vouch for the importance of the mental side of the game because highlights of my career have come when all the planets are aligned. Most importantly, my personal life was settled and I was comfortable with my position at the bowls club. Below that level, various techniques have helped me, such as relaxing massages, deep breathing and self-hypnosis. So yes, the mind matters. Physical skill gets you to the green, but mental strength determines how you play under pressure. World champion Paul Foster is known for his composure, even when trailing late in matches. How does he do it? Mental resilience. How do you stay calm when the game is tight? How do you maintain focus through a long match? How do you bounce back after a bad end? The answers lie within your mindset. We've all stood on the rink feeling tension, feeling unsettled. There may be no obvious reason, but whatever it is, let's look at some techniques that will help to overcome these negative feelings. Okay, first, focus, the power of being present. Focus in bowls means more than just watching the jack. It's about being fully present, eliminating distractions and zeroing in on each shot. You cannot be wanting to be somewhere else and lost in thought. Top players like Alex Marshall have a pre-shot routine that never wavers. No matter the stakes, if there's a noise in the audience, he'll restart his routine. He adjusts his grip, takes a breath, visualizes a shot, and then he bowls. You can do the same. Some tips. Take a deep breath before each shot to ground yourself. Develop a pre-shot routine to trigger focus. Use positive self-talk. Replace, I hope I don't mess up, with deliver smoothly. I draw close to the jack. Handling pressure, staying cool under fire. Pressure, it's part of bowls, especially in finals or tight ends or end of matches. Stewart Anderson is known for pulling off incredible shots under pressure. He credits his calmness to embracing these moments. You either fear the pressure or thrive on it, he says. You have to make the pressure work for you. Enter competitions where pressure forces you to concentrate and come up with those unbelievable shots. Here's some strategies. Visualize success before you step up. Focus on the process, not the outcome. Treat pressure as an opportunity, not a threat. Bouncing back. Resilience after a bad end. We've all had bad ends. The champions let it go. The rest of us dwell on it sometimes. Natalie Melmore, a Commonwealth Games gold medalist, once dropped to 4 early in a final, but fought back to win. Her secret? Resetting mentally after every end. If you drop several shots in one end, you don't have to go for searching for a big number and change your basic routine. Have faith in your technique and ability, and it will come through. Here are some quick techniques relating to that. Use a mental reset cue, like tapping a mat or adjusting your shirt sleeve. When you do self-hypnosis, you get in a state of relaxation and a kind of Zen state. And some of those people who teach that self-hypnosis say when you're in that state, you do something like tap your arm, tap your head, pull your jacket, whatever it is, so that when you feel a bit stressed, you can tap into those relaxation feelings instantly by doing that cue, which is something like pulling a shirt, tapping or something like that. Tell yourself regarding the last end, if it was a bad one, that end is over, it's the next shot that matters. Focus on breathing to clear frustration because you often bad end and you feel, ugh. Focus on breathing to relax. I used to count backwards from 100 in order to clear my mind. I never got further than about 88, I have to say. But it does help because the concentration of going backwards takes all those bad thoughts out of your mind. So, another thing that happens when you're a bit not relaxed is you have some kind of jerky movement, and I've suffered from that. It's an involuntary push as I deliver my bowl. And it comes when I'm under pressure or I'm intense. So the techniques for that are relax your grip, slow and steady swing, full follow through, and follow those other breathing deeply and relaxation techniques. And deliver that pre-delivery routine like those masters have. They do the same thing. It can be quite a quick one, or it can be a swing like a pendulum. It can be all those sorts of things, but they have the same routine, and that takes away those tensions that can cause things like pushing it. The role of visualization and positive thinking. Top players visualize their shots. Catherine Reynolds says she sees her bowl travelling perfectly before she gets up there on the mat. Positive thinking isn't wishful, it primes your brain. Try this before your next match. Close your eyes, imagine the perfect draw. Feel the weight and see the line in your mind. Hear the gentle tap as your bowl nettles against the jack. Sometimes I'd like to know which rink I'm going to be bowling on in the match. And then I visualize it. Oh, yes, I'm going to bowl on that ditch rink over there. And I know the line on that. And I can visualize where the jack is. So I can visualize a picture before I even get to the club. Replace negative thoughts with affirmations like, I know this shot. Managing your opponent's mind game. Sometimes it's not about you, it's about your opponent's tactics. Slow play, chatty distractions. Some people are a bundle of energy. And subtle comments can throw you off, particularly just before you bowl. But mental toughness means staying in your bubble. Paul Foster once said, other people talk, I let my bowls do the talking. Stick to your routine no matter what. Politely ignore distracting chatter. Focus on your plan, not theirs. Sometimes, however, the opposite approach is necessary. You can feel quiet and isolated. It can be everybody's, a bit tense. Sometimes a little talk to people, be friendly, does loosen you up and help you relax. So you have to gauge which is happening on the rink. Is it too much chatter? Is it too quiet? Building mental strength off the green. Your mind game isn't just built during matches, it's forged in practice and daily habits. Many top players use mindfulness apps or keep journals to reflect on their performances. So you can practice these, you can practice mindfulness or breathing exercises daily. Keep a post-match journal. What went well? What can improve? Set small goals like focus fully for 3 consecutive ends. Final thoughts and a call to action. Okay, we all know that a lot of bowls is in the mind, and we've gone through today some tips for overcoming that. When I think back to my bowls career, I've been mindful of tension and an inability to relax, particularly when I've had to establish myself at a new club or after a break of a few years in the game. I've tried several of these techniques that I've talked about today, and yes, they have helped me. Master your mind and your performance will soar. Next time you stand on the mat, remember, it's not just about the bowl in your hand, not just about this, it's not just about technique and grip and everything else. That is important, but it's about the focus in your mind. Stay calm, positive, and most importantly, enjoy the game. Okay, conclusion. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Bowles' Theory of Everything for more in-depth insights. Share your own mental game stories in the comments. How did you stay focused under pressure? Let's go stronger together. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye-bye.